Abusia and then the President John Dramani Mahama then the first budget eba betudwa one na manyoko NDC ye hwe ni mu se finance minister aban no yewura Akasa ato forcing ede bibia eba beto the House of Parliament na enumu ana international media meche international news Bloomberg busia omo eto ne nsa efre John Dramani Mahama with expectation to the budget because already the United States as air stop it and air hold it and air freeze the international aid or the my amaya mine kumaya no muhia mwankete and no so efa baby ebebo on mine Ghana na yura John Dramani Mahama etimi anu ye echi mu say in fact say o throw away this aid and I say o freeze this aid mema say there will be a blowback and also so mema another form of command so for me and no adventure and free president na etwa so biem na obisa say LGBTQ abesensen yekum say yebesan say yensan no waban ba ban mu no kan si su pi say obeye na we ye free ho asem so te sen na akwan a yewura John Dramani Mahama fa so yi ano is the same way aya na etoda communicators MPP for and say even other parties for ne kan na ye doubt from in how answer to international news platforms and mobile form has how omususu esifaso responded to questions that you with the question of LGBTQ no or skillful in such a way say aban hote so no entimi ansan and your kind Ebonanado Danko for the former president and alongside also the so say a core parliament a dema president 7 sign abusia could drew meaning a stage say aban no bi de ne court ama hodie ochitu mu abusia and so at the time ani campaign no said ye na NDC for kan asem no na e kamea ko say sebiu ye mampanyini efua saa suban tantan so wo president John Dramani Mahama ete Bloomberg ka say onyokra won jindi say the multilateral should involve themselves in this culture matters which say it shouldn't even be part of their mandate or refer to IMF any World Bank or more edemwa ever be saying because mind you say a necrana the budget ever to be and NDC are buying I share the people of Ghana bo say a koba levy tax will become koba ammunition tax just say omo kekan ya hu say ye beji tuo fana bebre free hwa at the end of the day no ye ho betoye free tuo so na ye nya ne ntie bebre free other mpanyinfo mo parliament chiemu say in fact ohwe sene ye sisi twetwetwa tuo mu na yi ba ko free hwa one higher the miensa ne ba besi a 90 say omo economy 24 economy ye beji nipa miensa de ahye adwuma ba kuma ya ahye ase yi ba ko ato nchen eno see another matter on the other side na skillfully there is how a president answer eji ni hu free mu a or say chem say it's going to be a long term in a while a journalist na o interview no Bloomberg Next Africa crisis so say say e ko ba say IMF any World Bank say mumun jintum say LGBTQ yamfambra Ghana and I say wo aban a wote so no wo nsa be san ase a bill a medical parliament no be kile na won sa ka wo aid no kra won nya na nki ye hwe ni mu say ye president John Dramani Mahama ebe kan si so say medie me ne me mindful de yempe so abusua said the media kind in chimuno bono sa pepepe and on nam one then nam a hectora sexual in Ghana is the only team you are going to accept near the day. Jennifer, journalist Jennifer still na insist here, but well, that was his response as to how I refer other governments. I mean, menje en kenini na jebre na inti man panyini ene Bloomberg journalist Jennifer and now an December or the 2 we are and come be a teacher no mede ever source.
John Mahama became Ghana's 14th president earlier this year after running on a platform aimed at cracking down on corruption and spurring economic growth. With his term still in its infancy, Mahama must now make navigating a shifting global order one of his main priorities.
Well, I think that the world order that came in place after the Second World War has been beneficial to all parties. America has benefited, America has prospered from that world order. And I do think that no country can exist in isolation. Nobody can draw his bridges up and dig a moat around his country. We're interconnected in many ways. America has the right to recalibrate and freeze its international assistance to other countries, but there's always a blowback. One, America loses soft power because USAID is a well-known brand of America and it intervenes in very critical areas. And so if America decides that it doesn't want to intervene in those areas, it is possible that other countries might decide to fill that gap, or we might fill it ourselves like we're trying to do now, adjusting our budgets to fill the gap that America leaves. But it loses the influence that it has exerted over the years. Apart from that, it's not only in those areas. USAID is the biggest supplier of food aid in many places, and they buy this food aid from American farmers. And so if USAID is no longer buying that food to deliver as food aid, then it means that American farmers lose a huge demand that, assisted them in their business. And so there's always a blowback. There are a lot of connectivities, and we'll see how it plays out. The Trump playbook is still playing out. We're all watching what is happening. But as I've always said, disruptions lead to new world orders. And so this is a disruption that is happening. I'm sure that maybe a new world order will be born out of it.
Finally, Mr. President, I do want to ask about the anti-LGBTQ legislation that we did see expire in Ghana earlier this year. A number of parliamentarians support reviving it. If it came to your desk, would you sign it?
The old bill expired because it was not assented to by the president. There was a legal challenge. Eventually, the legal challenge was dismissed, so it means that the president could assent to it, but it's expired. So the question is hypothetical. It means that it has to go into Parliament again. And I think that what we need is more stakeholder consultation to look at whatever new bill will come and make sure that we carry everybody on board. Proper family values are something we all are interested in. And we believe that is not only in the bills that we send to Parliament to regulate them, but also in teaching our children those family values even as they grow. And so looking at the curriculum in schools and inculcating those values in them, I think is the more important pressing issue that we must look at.
Would you be concerned, though, if we saw a number of institutions potentially pulling back funding to Ghana if you were to sign it? Do you factor that into your thinking around the bill?
Well, I believe that multilateral institutions should avoid getting into cultural matters. This is a diverse world. We have different cultures. And so I don't think multilateral institutions should include, cultural imposition as part of their mandate. I don't agree with that. If they decide to pull it, well, it's their prerogative. But I don't believe that multilateral institutions like the World Bank and IMF should include in their mandates how people behave culturally.